What's up, guys? CD Balpo here. Welcome back to another show of Pioneer League 2024 in our top 8 season 2 here at Top Deck Games. So, hope you guys are having a great afternoon. We're here for another bouts of the top 8 matches. Oh, get my camera's moving. So, let's get into the games as we are very excited for this match. Nothing crazy with like the previous ones. The top 8 quarterfinals with Craig just dominating for his past few matches in both quarterfinals, which is crazy with his Phoenix and what do you call this, Rakdos Vampires. But now we're going in for some very cool lists that we're seeing right now. We got Miguel running Gruul vehicles, which I think has kind of fallen off in the metagame for quite a while, but it's showing to be really good in our metagame here at Top Deck Games, with Miguel getting 5th seed. It's going up against Eric, which I believe should be a good matchup for Gruul vehicles, because control, especially Dimir control, it's very hard for them to deal with these vehicles like the Sika's Chariots, Sky Sovereign. These are just evasive cards. Even the Copter, super hard to deal with. Like, you have to really kill them during combat. So you can't kill them when Miguel is going to be playing them from the start. So it's kind of awkward for Eric to really manage his mana in the first few turns. So this is going to be a very exciting match. I'm curious how Eric's going to deal with this. I'm pretty sure he's ready, though, getting 4th seed with Dimir control. I think this is the list that Gabriel Nassif has been playing for the past couple of months. Just because he's not a big fan of playing, the blue-white variant in this format. So let's see how things are going to go. We're hoping to see a turn to Smuggler's Copter. But Eric is definitely going to play first because he has a higher seed. Okay, bins the Shark Typhoon, which could be a sign that Eric is just looking for answers. And there it is. This is the first step for Eric to slow things down on Miguel's end. Although this is called a Gruul vehicle deck, he does have some decent creatures like Lovestruck Beast, and it's going to cast Heart's Desire to make a token. Next turn, he can slam Lovestruck Beast for decent pressure. But so far, Eric has some answers on his end. He's got Heartless Act and Cling to Dust if he wants to save a little bit of life total. Yep, and Miguel is getting aggressive with his mana base. And Eric seems to be comfortable with just attacking his mana base right now. With Field of Ruin, both players get to search a basic. I don't think Miguel is too worried as well. He just needs a couple of red sources. But this should be a sign for a Fatal Push, just so Eric could be a bit efficient. This is what the control deck wants to do in the first few stages in the game before he starts refilling his hand. Yep, and the Revolt is going to enable that thanks to the Field of Ruin. So not bad for Eric. That was a bad draw, though, of Thoughtseize. It could have been worse, because he definitely wants to save his life total. Thrill Seeker, Huntsman's Redemption. Chariot. I think Chariot is a good pick here because if he top decks a land, then he can definitely slam the Chariot, and that's going to be a lot of problem for Eric. Huntsman's Redemption is also not bad because he'll most definitely play it if Miguel doesn't draw a land on his next turn. So very curious to see what Eric's decision is. I think the Chariot is the better pick because it's just so hard to deal with two tokens at the same time, and then Chariot just you have to deal with Chariot as well when he untaps. So I think the play here is the Huntsman's Redemption, which can still generate a threat on the field, but it's tapped. Yeah, that's the worry. That's the worried part for Miguel. It's a stomping grounds though, so I think that was a good call for Eric. So he's gonna draw from the Chariots with the Clink to Dusk. Gets another Fatal Push. So Eric is just drawing gas after gas for the past couple of turns, and I think in hindsight, Thoughtseize was actually a good draw, catching the Esika's Chariot because he doesn't have any other ways to deal with the card except for a hard counter spell, which he didn't have. So this is very good for Eric, and he gets to slam in a Narset as well, which is gonna give him a couple of cards to look at. Another Narset. I don't see what the fourth card is. Oh, it's a Make Disappear. Alright, so he reveals it. And that's a sign for Miguel that he has to respect the counter spell. He doesn't want to walk into it just by slamming his 4 drops or 5 drops. So he needs to play around that. Okay. So he's going to sacrifice the token to search for a land or creature, I believe. I'm not sure what that double face card is. But that's one of the good things with the Huntsman Redemption. Alright, it gets a pathway. Goes for the red. Never the green. Just thinking about it. You should get the green, man. You already have a bunch of red cards. Or rather, red sources. Stormseeker. Alright, thanks for the clarification, Alex. So, Stormseeker is actually a pretty good card to play. And even in Resolves, I don't think he's going to counter this. Goes for Daybound. Next turn, if Eric doesn't cast a spell, it's going to go Knight. And that's going to make the Stormseeker flip. And that's going to push for more damage. And there's the Heartless Acts before the trigger resolves. Okay, takes out Narset. Doesn't want to give him an extra card. Alright, third Saga resolves, and that beast is gonna turn into a 5/5 trample. Which I think the play here is just to attack. Even though he may have a fatal push. Like, Shark is kind of awkward here as well because he can't block. Yep, goes for 5. Gets the push. I think it's fine. Since it's a token. And he's just gonna force it, I guess. Yep. Make Disappear. Takes out the Sky Sovereign. So Eric is sitting comfortably with his life total right now, but he's running out of cards. He does have Cling to Dust in his graveyard. So Miguel gets to draw. He's just hoping for any of his cards to stick and deal damage. He hasn't taken out his Gigantha from his sideboard though, so that's a good news. So there's the Ooze. Might opt for a response here. Nope. This lets him to crack the clue token. There is a Memory Deluge there for Eric. And a Shark Typhoon. No, it's a land. Shipwreck March. Oh, it slams the shark. Okay, there we go. That's actually pretty good. So I think Eric says this is now my time to start building my pressure on the board. So he starts exiling his creatures, making Ooze a little bit bigger. Yep, and he's just paying the mana for Ooze's activation. So Miguel has to be very quick about this because the Shark Typhoon is definitely gonna snowball from here. Because Eric still has Memory Deluge. He can dig for answers and just flood the board with a bunch of sharks. That's not a good sign for Miguel. He has to close out the game in the next few turns. Otherwise, Eric is definitely gonna start controlling the board as the deck wants to do. This is definitely his favorite line. Like, just hold up the hold the line for his life total to be healthy enough to slam a Shark Typhoon at around turn 6, turn 7, which is happening right now. Yeah, so it looks like Miguel is trying to draw more power in his graveyard. Okay, putting him down to 11 with a 5/5 Ooze. That's 4 mana. He has no counterspell, so Chariot is actually pretty good here. So the best that Eric can do is probably trade with a Deluge into a Shark Typhoon triggered ability. Just trade the Chariot and see what happens. Oh yeah, you're right, Hukia. I think the Thrill Seeker is in his hand. He hasn't casted it yet. So I think he needs to bait a bunch of spells and hope for the Ooze to survive. I think that's the game plan for Miguel. He's going to force the Chariot to crew. He's going to move to combat. Gets another cat token. So there's the Deluge, hoping to get an answer. Yeah, that should be the case. He needs to answer both the Chariot and the Scavenging Ooze as well. So best output here for Eric would be 2 removals. That's a negate. And I like how he slowed down there. He gets a push. It's good. So I think you could just chomp block with, or rather trade with the Seaga's Chariots. Now that he has Fatal Push, he seems to be in a safe spot, just dealing with the Scavenging Ooze. Ugh. That does mean the Sky Sovereign is going to resolve. Up against another shark once again. That's gonna resolve. Gets a shark as well. Oh, but he has to maybe he has negate. He has to be careful of the negate though. So he might. Yeah, he's not gonna play around. Oh, he didn't. He didn't get it. Interesting. All right. So Sky Sovereign resolves. I think I saw a negate off the top from those from the deluge. But Eric got the deadly cover up instead. Which I think he's forced to do. Let's see if Eric remembers the Thrill Seeker though, because he could die this turn. Because if he does play deadly cover up, he has to pick a card though. Just gonna exile to collect the evidence and reveal his hand. Oh my lord, that's double Thrill Seekers. Yeah, and it looks like he picked the Esika's Chariot. I think this is a good window for Miguel right here. This is a good opportunity for him to actually blow him out. Although Eric has another Shark Typhoon in his hand, he could chump block. But he has to be very careful. Because I think the play here for Miguel is to play the Thrill Seeker, get it crewed, and then attack. And then Eric is going to force to block. It's going to force Eric to chump block with the Shark Typhoon token. And then Miguel should... He could respond by activating the Thrill Seeker's ability. Unfortunately, that was a tap land. He could have played a second Thrill Seeker there. I think this is the play here. That resolves. That's got a crew. It's going to attack for 6. It's going to force the Shark token. Now, the question is if Miguel is going to let... Oh, no. Yeah, he's thinking about it. He's thinking about taking it out with the Thrill Seeker. Because he wants to push damage. He wants to kill him immediately. The question is if Eric gets to the point where he can have a counter spell of some sort for the second Thrill Seeker. There's a Narset. And he needs to surveil. Oh, he keeps it on the top though. I think he got something. He's gonna pass. He's gonna use the what do you call this? He's definitely gonna use the Gaia Reach Sanctum in the field. So Miguel is just setting aside his mana, getting ready for the Thrill Seeker play. He could opt to play Lair as well if he wants. So this is the power of Gruul vehicles, as there's always a way to push damage as long as you're drawing well. And Miguel has been drawing pretty well with his top decks. There is an Ooze. Interesting. But he has to play the Thrill Seeker. He's going to crew the Sky Sovereign. And he's going to loot. Oh no! He has the Memory Deluge. Okay. Which is actually pretty good. Let's see if we get an answer. There's a Narsets. It's not the one he's looking for. Not sure what that last card was. Oh, is the Shark 4? Because it's still 4 on the stack. All right, hold up. Can we get a clarification on this? Yeah, mana value is still 4. Let's see if that's gonna change Eric's or Miguel's decision. All right, so there is the correction. Okay, so for those who are wondering, there was a clarification on the chats where Eric casted Memory Deluge for 7, but the card still says that its mana value is 4. So Shark Typhoon should see it as 4 mana, which would make a 4/4 Shark. Interesting. So he just jumps block. He just jump blocks. And daytime resolves. It should be night next turn. Eric needs a board wipe here and another cling just to keep his life total healthy. Did he miss lethal? Did he? Oh my god. I didn't even see it. Because I got so distracted with the fling vamp before blocks. Isn't the vampire like 3? Is he gonna shoot him? Alright, so there's the Mito Massacre. It's 5/5. This is actually getting close, by the way, guys. Eric is getting so close to stabilizing. He has a deduce as well, so that's gonna be 3, like an additional blocker as well. Miguel is running out of gas at this point. Just because of that clutch Mito Massacre right there. Ooh, this is getting really exciting. He still has a lair on the field. I'm not sure if he's opt to use it at this point because it's got a blocker. He needs another Thrill Seeker. I think that's the play here. I'm definitely sure he doesn't want to trade with the Sky Sovereign. Question is he probably going to force it? Okay, he's going to put Gigantha on the top. Rather in his hand. I'm not sure that's how it works, Doc, because I think you need to crew 3 for Sky Sovereign, and when Thrill Seeker enters the battlefield, it's still a 1/1, so the backup can't target the Sky Sovereign at that point. He would need what do you call this? He would need 1 more mana, I believe, where he could play Scavenging Ooze and then exile a creature to make it 3/3, so he can crew the Sky Sovereign ahead, and then play the Thrill Seeker with the activation. So he was definitely short 1 mana. And this is getting out of hand for Miguel because Eric is slowly getting back on the field with his shark tokens. Woo. This is not looking good for Miguel. He was getting really close. He's down to 3. But he can't push damage at this point. And look at the confidence from Eric just going in for face. That's a very good sign telling your opponent that you're about to win. And he doesn't want to wait any longer. So he's going to get another shark from casting Narset. Yeah, it's still short Hilkia. He needs another mana. Because so that's 2 from Scavenging Ooze, and then he activates 1. And then Thrill Seeker is 3 mana, so he needs 1 more for the activation. I don't think that works, Doc, because you will need the Sky Sovereign to be live already when Thrill Seeker enters the battlefield for the backup to have a target. So you can't float it on the stack and crew. The Sky Sovereign needs to be crewed right away. Alright, there's Gigantha. Big Daddy Jigs. What is that card? Is that the end? That's a very funky art for that card, which I think Eric is happy to cast. I think this is a win for Eric, if I'm not mistaken. Oh no, it's Blot Out! Oh! It's one of the cards that is very powerful against the Rakdos Vampire, so I can see... Oh, that's disgusting. Oh my god. Double sacrifice, and he gets 2 more sharks, and Miguel is clearly tapped out. He doesn't have lightning strike at this point. And there you have it. That is a very cool art for Eric to use for the blot out. I wonder where he got it. Anyways, game 1 goes to Eric with his Dimir control. I think what mattered there was the play draw sequence where Eric was just able to stabilize in the first few turns. Even though Miguel was drawing very well, he just didn't have enough. It was just so hard for them to push damage when the Shark Typhoons started resolving. Now the question is, will Eric be... Or rather, will Miguel be having that cool technology for him in this matchup? Because there's a lot of ways to deal with the control matchup. If you're worried about the Shark Typhoon, one of the greatest additions for green decks is Pick Your Poison, which is a 1-mana sacrifice enchantment. Also deals with the Vein Rippers as well. So if you're ready for that. Shadow Spear is also good because it gives your creatures trample, which can make blocking very awkward for the control decks. Yeah, so I see Miguel is taking out some of the Akron Wars. Thran would also be very good in this matchup. Yeah, so looking at Eric's side, he definitely boarded out his negates. And he just wants to attack Miguel's hand cards right there. I think he's comfortable keeping the Thoughtseize. I don't know if it's good on the draw, though. Could be awkward. But it's better than, holding up negate for no reason. Because yes, in hindsight, you could say negate is good against these vehicle cards, but they weren't very much of a threat. The real threat in Miguel's cards, in Miguel's deck, is the Thrill Seekers and the Storm Seekers. Those red cards are actually pretty scary. Anything that has haste or gives an angle of attack for Miguel to push damage is actually one of his best cards in this matchup. So, but I think the vehicles are still good. It's just that I think the best would have been a Smuggler's Copter, which we haven't seen. I'm not sure if Miguel has it in his list. Because then he doesn't really have to commit that much on the board. It is susceptible to Fatal Push though. Well, at least it could force it. Right, so Eric on the draw. Miguel, he is the aggro player, so looks like Llanowar Elves is the first card drop, which is good. And the fact that Eric played the Undercity Sewers means that Miguel is free to play a Stormseeker on turn 2. No, Doc, this is the quarterfinals. I think winner is bound to fight Craig, if I'm not mistaken. Which I believe is the Phoenix. I think it's the Phoenix deck that's going up against this. Whoever gets to win. Right, immediately dealt with, but it did 3 damage, which is good. And another Elvish Mystic, accompanied by Scavenging Ooze. Alright, so he chooses to deal with the Elvish Mystic, which is interesting because he noticed that Miguel skipped his land drop. Gotta go in for 2 damage. Ooh, what's this? Chariots? Ah, make disappear. That's very good for Eric. He's got a Mirrex, so he can definitely have a Memory Deluge played next turn. I don't think he's worried about his life total yet. What's that? Dapat tap to. Hold up. Another errors in disguise. Alright, let me just inform. No, it's too late. I didn't even notice as well. Yeah, he played the Surveil land, but what did he play again? I think he played push into make disappear, so he wasn't able to push. Oh no. Guys, it's going too fast. I'm already informing the players outside. Ah, shit. Yeah, dapat walay make disappear. How do we do this, guys? They're going too fast. I can't stop them anymore. I'll probably just give them a warning after this, because I've already informed some of the guys outside, but I don't think they caught the message. Now, we'll tell them after. So let's just try to focus on the game. This is very common, guys. Like, it happens a lot. Like, if you're not attentive to the board. Abi daw niya spelunking. Alright, I'll just give the player a warning after this. Or rather, We'll just let the try to tell Busoy if he's around. Let's see if it's gonna matter because at this point, Eric is super behind. He's already down to 5 after all that jabbering with the turn 3. It may or may not matter. It could matter, but we still have a Love Struck Beast on the field. There is a board wipe. I'm not sure. Bungol man as bus. Don't worry. I'll tell them. I'll tell them. It's a warning for both players because none of them was able to catch it. So that's gonna take out the Narset. No counterspell on Eric's end. He is gonna draw a card here. Yeah, it kind of does. Because that was one mana being denied by Miguel, to be fair. But things happened really fast. So, but looking at Eric's field, or rather his hand, I do not see any answer. The clue is definitely going to be crucial. Oh, hold up. What is this? Looks like Miguel was able to top deck something. Ooh, Clothes! That's actually pretty good. Uh, Never mind. It gets denied. One last card to draw for Eric. All right, and there's the scoop. All right, so Miguel was able to push through, even though with that slight advantage from Eric, which I will be warning them right now. Be right back, guys. Okay, kasapan na ako sila guys. Don't worry. They got the message. Game lost na daw. Grabe sa doy. Dili man ta compril diri. Not yet. We'll get there, we'll get there. But in the meantime, both players were already warned. And pretty sure they understand the stakes. But going back at the game, I think Miguel had some pretty good draws. Eric stumbled a bit in the last few turns because he wasn't able to answer the Sky Sovereign. No, Doc, it's casual. It's casual. It's just a casual league because the league is supposed to encourage new players as well. Like one of our new players, Lyle. Shoutouts to Lyle for joining our Pioneer League. The rules enforcement is casual. Okay, fine. I mean, kung mo reklamo mo, pwede rin nato i-comprel. Pero it's very hard to the thing that I would say when if you want this to be at the very least regular is it's hard to catch players when they're playing and we're not around. I mean, like the organizers sometimes we're not there to watch the games, so who's gonna officiate officially the matches? That's the problem, which is why we just put it to casual. But we can have that conversation another time. Premier better without casual. Yeah, that's what the rulings that we've had for this league. Because the point of the league is for players to who can't join weekly events to join in this event instead and have their decks tested. Especially for the Titos because they are very busy. Eric on the play though. I think he deserved the first win. Stumbled on the second game. But we'll see if Miguel is able to push even further into the semifinals. And I think he's already keeping a 7. Miguel is in the think tank right now. Hoy, dili akong birthday ha. Kisa man yung birthday na ako. It's not my birthday, guys. It wasn't at all. And for those who were wondering, I was sick on a Saturday, so there you have it. Looks like Miguel kept his 6, which is not bad. Oh, hold up. He's still deciding. There's a bunch of lands and Elvish Mystic. No, I think Carlo gaslighted everyone into thinking it was my birthday, so congrats, Carlo. You fooled everyone. He does have a Boseiju in his hand. I'm not sure if he's going to use it for anything else. Oh, we kept a Thoughtseize. Alright, so there's the... See, I told them about it. It's a tap land. Surveils with the sewers. Do not trust Carlo, guys. He's telling you nothing but lies. Alright. Starts off with Elvish Mystic on Miguel's end. To be fair, Miguel has had a pretty powerful hand for these past 3 games. Na untap. buying untap surveil land. That's pretty good. Alright, Stormseeker. And no response from Eric. Not even a Thoughtseize as well. Goes for Deduce. Gets a clue token. Taps out for Narset. I think this is the window for Miguel to actually push for a lot of damage. There's a Fatal Push. Not sure if he's going to use it. Gets a Deduce instead. So it looks like Eric is just banking on finding his Haymakers. At least on turn 4, turn 5. Because his hand is looking very awkward right now. Thoughtseize. Oh, I think he's banking on Days Undoing. So he's hoping for Miguel to maybe just not attack Narset. This is a very risky play here for Eric. Is this a second? Stormseeker number 2. Hoi, hoi, hoi. Yep. Targeting both those guys. So the question is he going to let Narset live? Uh oh, okay. He's gonna kill Narset. He's not taking the bait. So now it did not pay off for Eric at this point. He is going to have a very awkward hand with the Days Undoing just sitting there. It's not gonna do anything. I don't know about that. This ain't looking good for Eric. He should. I think he should have kept the Fatal Push instead, because the Field of Ruin was pretty good. Yep. Ooze is gonna take 2 damage. Going down to 11. Miguel is drawing a bunch of lands though. Not a good sign. Although it makes his Gigantha a little bit better. Your Ur-Dragon Precon. Wait, what? Francis, are you talking about the Modern Horizons 3 Precon deck? Is there an Ur-Dragon Precon deck? I'm not sure about that. Okay, so he's distributing the damage. What is the play here? Draw a card. Hoping for a Fatal Push. Oh, he got it from the top. Sick. That should shave off some damage. But he is down to 7. Yes, I also believe that's a mech hanger on the field. That's a good way of... Oh, why did it flip? Oh, because he didn't cast. Alright, so Nightbound, because Eric was the only one who casted the spell, but not Miguel on his turn, I believe. 2017 Precon. Dude, we do not have that anymore. What the hell? That's like... That's 7 years ago. I don't think we have the Precon deck anymore. That is an old relic that you're gonna have a hard time finding, my friend. Good luck with that. Eric down to 7. He's looking a little bit low, and the Gigantha is about to resolve. Yeah, we weren't even a hobby shop back in 2017. I think I was doing my old job. Exactly, joke naman to. Oh, okay. That was a good joke. Okay. Goes down to 18 with Stomping Grounds. I think he should attack first. No, he's just going to slam the Gigantha. Forcing a reaction here from Eric's side. It checks the active player. All right, thanks for the clarification, Carla. I think that was what happened. What exactly happened right there. Yep. So maybe sign for another Fatal Push. I'm not sure if I saw one in Eric's hand. This could make Miguel... Oh, never mind. He picked the wrong land. He could have picked the forest there to get Boseiju active. Pinakahit na ako na mechanic. Yeah, it sucks. I think it's just a terrible way of revitalizing daytime and nighttime for back in the Innistrad days. Because it's just so frustrating to keep track of it. So I don't know why... Okay, there's the Fatal Push. Yep, so that is gonna prevent... That's gonna prevent Miguel from giving it haste. Oh my god, Heartless Act? What the hell, Eric? You're drawing very good cards, and he gets the Shark Typhoon. If he gets this Gigantha this turn, the next turn he could definitely tap out for Shark Typhoon. Start stabilizing. He doesn't have Memory Deluge though. On the deck to track. Yeah, Kapoy track. That's like the biggest feedback from the mechanic. Everyone hated it. And they still hate it to this day. Still nighttime because Eric just passed a turn. We're going to need a double spell here for Miguel. He wants to get it back today. Yeah, just push damage. I think that's the... Force the issue, my friend. Easy Heartless acts to deal with the Giganta. Oh, and he gets the block as well with the Shark Typhoon. Looks like he's not going to tap out for it as an enchantment, but rather a blocker. Oh, and he gets on Narset into Days Undoing. I think Miguel needs to dump his hand at this point. This is a huge opportunity for Eric to make a comeback. Because you can play a land, hoping to draw a Fatal Push from Days Undoing, and then just dry up Miguel's hand from playing anything. He has to dump his hand right now. Alright. Goes for Daybound. Double spell. There's the land. Look at it. Yeah. See, guys, I played it tapped. Made sure it's tapped. I don't take damage. Narset into Days Undoing. So it's going to discard. And he's going to draw only one card, I believe. I don't think it's that bad for Miguel. Oh, wait. He has to shuffle Gigantha. I think, yeah. He's forced to shuffle Gigantha. That's going to be awkward. Alright, let me just make this clear. I think he's going to get a sleeve, yeah. He has no choice. He's going to get a sleeve and put Gigantha in. So that he can shuffle Gigantha into the deck. Yeah, feels bad playing those magnetic cases, huh? A little bit frustrating for Miguel's end, but I think this should be fine because Miguel didn't have anything much in his hand other than another Elvish Mystic. So he gets to draw a card. I think the best card here to draw is Sky Sovereign. But Eric definitely has 7 cards right now at this point. So this draw step for Miguel is very crucial. It's good. I don't know if it's enough because 7 cards off of Eric's top deck is also pretty damn good. He could even tap out for another Shark Typhoon and start stabilizing. Yep, draws 1 card. He draws 7. Let's see if he got anything. Oh, looks like it was a land. Let's see what the other card is. A Lovestruck Beast. Oh, it's a lair. Oh my god. Not looking good. Is forced to attack. Eric interface. Yep, down to 2. I think he has no choice but to keep the pressure going. That Elvish, or rather that Llanowar Elf should be dead. Yep. Gets another one. Into another Lovestruck Beast. Not bad, not bad. should make things awkward for Eric if he has a bunch of counter spells in his hand. So now he just needs to deal this on the field. Cling to Dust is actually pretty good here because he can exile the Llanowar Elves and gain 3 life. Yeah, if it was Thrill Seeker, that would have been insane for Miguel to actually close out the game. So it reveals Memory Deluge, which would be a sign that Eric... Oh, he has... Oh my god, he's got Massacre. Meat Hook Massacre is detected, so 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He has enough. He actually has enough. And he's gonna gain 4 life. So another out here for Eric is the Thrill Seeker. If he taps out, he's gonna gain 4 life at the very least. I think he needs to attack if he wants to go for the Meat Hook play. Now he's just gonna pass turn. Okay. I think that's what Eric is afraid of. So he's just hoping to deal with the human token. Nightbound. Let's see what he draws from the top. Very exciting. Wait, what? He kept on a Crone War? Okay. It's definitely going to get countered. But he will gain 3. 3 lang? I thought ano. I thought it also deals with Eric's side. I'm not sure if that's the correct card. Or the correct effect. Each creature gets -X/-X. So if he wants to deal with the Lovestruck Beast. Ah, okay. He only loses. Opponent loses instead. Okay. Alright, let's see what the play here is for Miguel. So he's looking to play around a Fatal Push. And just swing. He's playing Jedi tricks on Eric, leaving that 2 untapped red. Could be a Lightning Strike. Well, I'm pretty sure he's aware of Miguel's list. So here's the force play. What's it gonna be? Strike for 3. It's gonna have a second blocker. Okay, question is, does he have an answer for this lair? Otherwise, the only play around here for Eric would be to Cling the Dust. I guess he'll draw from the clue token. But I don't think he wants to leave himself vulnerable to any spells on Miguel's hand. Alright, 3 mana. Another Shark. That's a third blocker. He wants to deal with the lair as well. Oh, that's another Day's Undoing. Give me a token, my friend. Does he want to go down to 1? Alright, blockers declared. Looks like Lair gets to live another day. I don't know why he did not block the lair though. He's down to one. It's getting real close. And he's holding up that Cling to Dust very tightly. He could definitely play another Days Undoing. Although it's actually scary because that gives Miguel another shots. In his draw step. Yep, it's gonna attack. This is probably the meat hook play here. Okay, at least he's aware of his land drops at this point. 3, 4, 5. X is 5. So he's gonna gain 2 life. And drain Miguel for 1. Lose 1. Yep. No, just 1. Is it just 1? You control dice. Opponent loses 1. Alright, there's the counter spell on the Stormseeker. It's gonna pay 2. Oh my god, he got there! I got back from the seat. Oh, he did not have the. Did he play another Days Undoing? What the hell happened? He got a Stormseeker and managed to deal exactly 3 damage. Where was the? Did he lose his Cling to Dust? Oh no. Damn! Miguel doing it in the main stage. Congratulations. I was just shocked what happened. Woo! He did, but I don't know what happened. I think he played another Days Undoing. That's like the only explanation I could get. No, I'm pretty sure he had it in his hand. No Cling? No way. I saw it in his hand. Maybe it was Fatal Push. But he had a clue token. I'm not sure what happened. We'll just check in the replays later, guys. But anyways, congratulations to Miguel pushing it to the semifinals. I think he's up against Craig using... Is it Phoenix? Which is not a bad matchup, to be quite honest. Except for the player. The player's like exceptional. So you're gonna have to deal with that. But other than that, congrats, Miguel. I think this is a good turnout for him in the Pioneer League. Getting top 4. So hoping to see more success from him in his deck. He has been very devoted with his Gruul colors. So let's hope to see more from him in the next few matches. But other than that, I guess that's it for today, guys. Don't forget, Geek Pop Gold is just around the corner. We're 5 days away, so make sure to pre-register through our website if you haven't gotten your tickets yet, so you can join us this weekend. So, which means the shop's closed. We're all gonna be at Limketkai this weekend. We also have another last chance qualifier on Friday. If you want to join and have another shot at getting into Geek Pop Gold for free, be sure to join us this Friday. We're also going to be serving dinner as well. Shout outs to Topsy Boy and the gang for serving us for that evening. So be sure to join us this weekend for more events. Geek Pop is just right around the corner, and cash prize is pretty spicy. So this is TD Bapo signing off. Peace out, guys. I'll see you in the next one.